People who don't like me don't stop my praise. The enemy is doing the absolute best he can to discourage you and to whip you to make you feel like you're not gonna make it to your next. Do I have a witness in here? Because you don't need to be around somebody that's intimidated about your future. You don't need to be sitting by somebody that's jealous of what God's getting ready to do. If you are discouraged that yoke tonight has been broken, I come tonight with a prophetic declaration that there is nothing that shall be able to stop you from getting to the place that God has ordained for you to be. Whatever is standing before you, it has no power. Tell them you are unstoppable.
Blessings and honors, manners, and respect to every single person here tonight. Thank you for tuning in to another Unstoppable Live show. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody is having a blessed night. All right. I want to big up to all of the familiar names that I'm seeing out there right now, logging in, jumping on, sending in the flames. D&D News Media, big up yourself. Lisa K is in the building tonight. Much love to you, Lisa K. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. It is appreciated. All right, Fly Girl is here as well. I read data. I like to see the familiar names them. Of course, I like to see the new names them too. So if you're there right now and you're new, make sure if you jump in the comment section and say good night. We want to see you. All right, we want to know say you're there. We want you to represent. All right, so Merville Mackey is here. Melvin, big up yourself. Listen, if you're new now, nobody be ashamed to jump out. Nobody be afraid to make your name jump out and stand out in the comment section. All right, jump in the comment section and make we know say you're new, so that either I can big you up when we get a chance, or the regulars. You know the regulars are going to welcome you, make you feel like a part of the Unstoppable family, because that's how we do things over here. We make sure everybody feels welcomed. All right, so it's that simple. We see lesbian in the building. Most people are wonder why we call him lesbian, but lesbian know why, and the regulars them know why. But lesbian is up in the building. Big up yourself, my boss. Always a pleasure. Now, we're not going to waste too much time with that one. We're going to get right into it. All right, before me even jump into the show, I want to make sure I say my audio nice and clear. If you not hear me nice and clear, let me see some flames in the comment section now, please and thank you. Let me see some flames in the comment section if you not hear me nice and clear and everything loud. Nadia, go on, big up yourself. Glad to see you as well. All right, I want to see some flames in the comment section for me not hear me, because we don't want no itches and no glitches tonight. We want to make sure say everything is working the way it is supposed to. We want to make sure say everything is up and running. All right, Princess, I send out the flames them. That means say we up and we're running. Merville Mackey sending out the flames. Patsy, thank you for giving me that heads up. Make sure say everything all right. Now guess what, no notice how vibrant me is tonight, because I'm in a vibrant mode. All right, now the caller tonight, she kind of shaky. She say, Unstoppable, I'm a little bit nervous, but all right, so wanna be here with her. All right, she's a little bit nervous, but you wanna know we do it already. We make sure say the guest is comfortable no matter what the experience is they are sharing. Right, family? So we are going to cheer her on tonight. Wanna motivate her now, man. Let me see. I joke, she can't see the comments, but still motivate her. Tell her everything is going to be all right. with her story tonight. She not feel nervous, she not feel worried, she not feel be in fear of anything. Cause you know, remember we not disrespect people over here. We not allow them kind of thing there, right? We not do that. See it? So we are going to jump into the topic tonight because the guest is here and she is ready to share. All right, that actually rhymed, you know. You see it? Yeah, the guest is here and she is ready to share. But before that, of course, you know, me have to pay the credit to the people them who sponsor the program. All right, so me have to say first of all, you know, McLaren's Wellness is a proud sponsor for the program. All right. Now, most of you may be wondering what McLaren's Wellness is all about. You ever, any one day, we have some pain in our body, some ache in our body. I don't know what cause it. Yeah. That I go on. That's what McLaren's Wellness is all about. Because when you have that ache and pain and you got a doctor and then just give you all kind of pills, all kind of medication and thing, and it's still not solve the problem. It might mask the issue for a little while, but then now get to the root cause of the problem. That's where McLaren's Wellness come in, because all them do sometime when you got a doctor or you tell somebody in your family, say, boy, I not feel good, I feel one little pain. They say, just go and watch it and see if it go stop by tomorrow. I go and take that pill here, it will help. With McLaren's Wellness, you can reach out to them, you can set up an appointment date, and you can get the root of the problem, because them have all the necessary equipments that will get to the bottom of the problem and tell you exactly what go on, and they can do all of this in one day. So reach out to McLaren's Wellness. 914-278-9394 is the number, or you can visit the website at mclarenswellness.com. So once again, on write down this, write down this, 914-278-9394 is the number. Once you reach out to McLaren's Wellness, just schedule your appointment and then get to the root cause of whatever your illness is. All right, the next sponsor for tonight's show is Slam IPTV. Now, if you don't get your Slam service yet, reach out to Slam, because them give you services from all around the world. No matter where they, them can provide the proper service. And we are talking about great TV channels. So you can do away with cable, because cable expensive now. Don't reach out to Slam. 647-858-4337 is the number. Or you can also visit them website. You can also visit them on Instagram and Facebook at Slam_IPTV. It's that simple. All right. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to introduce the guest. But before that, remember the rules of the platform. We do not allow disrespect. We do not ever allow you to call our guest outside her name. Fool, dunce, idiot, jackass, yammed, anything like that, or else you will be blocked. And we're dead strict on that. If you're disrespectful, you will be blocked. All right. So if you're new here and you don't know how we run things, that's how we do it. All right. You're free to share your opinion, free to share your comments, but in a respectful manner. It's just that simple. Now, also, at the end of the program, I want to log in the number from now for calling 754-317-5747 via WhatsApp, so that you can give tonight's guest a little bit of advice. Because she said she wants to know advice on, a particular thing where she going to share. All right? So, you want to prepare for calling once we open up the phone line. Now, with that out of the way, let's invite the guest. Carla, good night again.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you? What's going on?
People
I'm
who
good. How
don't
are
like
you?
me don't stop my prayer.
My apologies. Yeah, go ahead. What's going on with you? How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you? Good night, everybody.
I'm blessed. All right. So, yeah, me I tell the people them for boots you up tonight, right?
I know. Boost me up.
All right. So, we are going to give you the program for start the show right now. It's all yours. Take it away. Tell us what's going on, and you don't have no reason to be nervous. Just start from the very beginning. All right?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
So, a couple years back, I was in another state. So basically, went from one state to another. But I had my contract was up in one state, and I lost my job. So my friend said, "Why don't you move here?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll move there." Nothing I have to lose. I had my son. I called my parents. I said, instead of moving to a whole other state with him, why don't you send him home for a little bit? And when everything get back together, you take him. I'm like, okay. So I moved to my friend for a little bit. I decided I was gonna live with her for a little bit and me gonna get a job and see what happens. So while I was there, she had this friend. She said she wanted to introduce me to him. He's really nice. And he would come and she knew him way before me. I used to hear about him, but I didn't know him. So she said she was gonna invite him over and we would hang out, talk. So he came over. We he asked me out, we talked, we had a great conversation. We spoke and he asked me out. So I was like, okay. Couple of weeks later after we went out for the first time, he had gotten hurt at work. So our first date was like delayed, but we ended up going out and hanging out. We were hanging out a lot, going out, having dinner. And I think some tension started to grow between my friend and I. I don't know if it because I was spending a lot of time at his house. Um, but tension just starts. It was just the weirdest thing. So he would say to me, "Why don't you come and stay by me?" Because by then I had gotten a job. So he's like, "Why don't you come stay by me? Because you're staying with her and you're paying, and I mean, a lot of people live in the house. You could just come and stay by me." I was thinking about it, but when I had went to his house before, I didn't like the area he was living in. I'm like, "Oh God, I can't live here." But the tension grew so strong with me and my friend, and then quick as ever, I know this is shocking. I found out I was pregnant. Anyway, I was scared. I told her, and she said, "Well, you're gonna have to go there." Um, so ended up that it's like we meet and we start living together, which was crazy because I didn't want to go back home because I'm like, oh God, my parents are gonna be upset because I had just sent my son back home and no, I'm pregnant. So I had decided, okay, well, I'll just let this work.
So how long were you dating before you decided to move together?
Oh my God, not long. Like we probably meet August or maybe by November. Wait, probably yeah, maybe by October.
Mm.
Everything happened so quick. It was so anyway, I was moved in. I had gotten so sick. I couldn't even go to work. And he said, "You're sick." So long story short, I had to leave my job. And I had just started. I don't know why I was so sick. Anyway, it happened that we're there living together, everything was good. He had gotten hurt at work, so he was on some government workers' comp thing. And he was basically taking care of everything. And so anyway, I got pregnant. Not long after I find out, one day I started feeling a lot of pain, but as I had a miscarriage, I was like, oh, I don't know if I felt relieved about it, but I was like, this has to be I was just so confused, and I was like, we talk about it. I was like, maybe this is the best thing. No, we can at least get to know each other and go from there. Um, so he had a son before. He had a son. I think he was maybe like 11 at the time. Now I remember when we started talking, he had a birthday in he had a birthday and he used to co-parent. I used to like the way I was like, he's a good dad because he was so involved in his son's life. If she asked him to do something, she does it. If he could be like, come change a light bulb, and he's there. But I thought it was weird, but I didn't want to be the person to come between a father and a son. So even though some things were weird, I said, you know what? Let me just mind my business. I remember I asked him if they had anything, like how long ago they broke up. He said like 9 years ago, and I'm like, all right, it's a long breakup. After I think she had even had kids and stuff after that, so nothing to be intimidated about. So I one day was his birthday, and him and I was hanging out, and a lot of texts started coming through his phone, and I was like, "Who is that texting you?" He said her, and I'm like, "What? Why is she texting you?" And she was mad, like, um, where is he? She had had this whole thing planned for them and her family, and I'm like, "Why?" He said they were pretty close, and it's his son, mom, and me like, idiot, just believe it. The next day, no, he had came home and his car window was broken out, and I was like, "Who did that?" He said her, and I'm like, "Why?" He said because she found out in a relationship. So I was like, who cares though? You guys have been broken up. He's like, yeah, I don't even understand. She have kids, she's married, whatever. I don't even understand why this happened. So I'm like, idiot, believe again, just thinking she's crazy. So in February, whenever I found out I'm pregnant again, so I was like, okay, this time. So we told. So then we weren't. It's not that we were not trying. We were not trying. We weren't trying, but we were not doing anything to prevent it. And like, okay, I'm pregnant. So during the pregnancy, it was. I remember the first day I found out I was pregnant. She called him and she said she's drunk and she went to the laundry or something and she had to pick up her clothes and she's drunk. She cannot drive. If he could go get it. That was weird. I said to him, "Why do you have to go get it? Doesn't she have a dude, husband, whatever?" He's like, he don't know what's going on with that. I was upset, but he went. It's like, all right. Not long after that again, in like 6 o'clock in the morning, she called him and she said, Vanya was pregnant at this time. She called him and she said, one of her other child, not with him, after him, like after they broke up, one of his other child was sick and if he could come and watch the other kids. Like 5 o'clock in the morning, and he said to me, "I'm gonna go watch my son." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's, like, what happened to her people? I was really upset, really, really upset about that. And but we make it go on. So anyway, so I think because they've been together for so long, their family know each other. So one of his uncle had gotten sick, and she went to his uncle, and she was telling one of his this girl I got to know through the family that oh, she could have him if she wanted him. She sleep with him whenever. And I was like, what? So she was saying the last time she sleep with him was that past Mondays. So I'm like, that cannot be real because he was with me all day. I'm just thinking she's trying to cause problems.
So let me ask you this
And
though. Hold on, let me
huh,
have to ask you this because I'm quite sure the viewers them a question this too. So her planning something special for his birthday, point one. Her calling him to say, come change a light bulb, point two. Her calling him to say, come over and watch my kids. These things wasn't saying they wasn't sending off a signal in your head for say, mm-mm. It has to be more than just a co-parent type of thing.
it was, but I didn't want to be the person. So the first time I ever said something, he's like, "Oh, so I can't do this for my son." I never wanted to be the person to say, no, you cannot do that because there's a child in the picture. It's kind of a weird situation when there's a child in the picture. It's hard to say, okay, you cannot fix her car because that's the car she take to take her son to school in. You
Mm.
cannot say, okay, don't fix the light because that's the room the kids sleep in. It was just so, I didn't want to be that person to come between, to be that bitter
So
girlfriend then or something.
so next question. So whenever he went over to change the light bulb, how long the light bulb usually take for change? An hour, 2 hours,
No,
3 hours. I'm just
he
curious.
never take long. No, no, he never take. But you know what? Like sometimes he used because a lot of times the boy was with us. So a lot of times he went to get her. He went to get his clothes, bring his clothes over, or go pick him up, or something. Like it was always this co-parenting thing where in my head, I'm like, okay, he's just a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that they weren't together for years.
Mm-hmm.
No, and they legitimately were not together for years.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she had two kids and got married after. So I'm not thinking
Wait, 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 wait,
that,
wait, wait, wait. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait there. You say she got married after him?
yeah,
So why him have to be the one for come change the light bulb? Where was it there?
right. We never know. Him say him, him say
I'm
him.
trying to figure out why baby daddy have to come change the light bulb if Ozzy in the picture.
I think they were going through a breakup or something, and I think he wasn't as um in the picture as no, my baby daddy, I guess.
All right, continue.
Remember that? Yeah. So anyway, the family was close, and one day they had like a little get together, and he left and he said he was gonna go there, and she called me and she said she just came over there showing off that she can sleep with him when she wants. She can take him if she wants. That mind you, I've never seen her in my life. I don't even know what she looks like. And the girl called, she texted me and she said this happened, and I'm like, what? So he came home and I said, what's going on? Like I heard that you were there Monday, but I'm not in my head. I'm like, it makes no sense because I remember that Monday I was really, really, really sick, and we were home all day. And how could he? But then I remember, oh my God, I was I was hungry that night because I didn't eat all day. I was really sick, and I promise you, he went to get food that night, and I promise you, he never left that house for 30 minutes, 35 the most. And I spoke to him 3 times when he was out the house, and she said that was the night it happened. And I'm like, what? He didn't even leave the house for half hour. I don't even think he left the house for 40 minutes. So I asked him. He said no. She was supposed to drop something over the house. So I called her. I found her number in his phone, and I called her just to say, hey, did this happen? I mean, I'm pregnant, or I want to know if this happened. Like, what's going on? Like,
Wait,
basically
you
telling
say
her my understanding of it.
you say
Huh?
you call baby mama,
Yeah,
but me think you
I
say you
called
did.
her.
Me think you say you didn't want to be the one to stir up no problems. So we are call baby
No,
mama
me
for.
never want. No, but if I hear that he's sleeping with her, no, I never called. No, wait. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I called her, and when I called her, I said, "Hey, did this happen?" And she said, yes. And I was like, when? She said, Monday. And I'm like, oh my, I'm shocked, because I wouldn't expect, because my understanding is the relationship I ended years ago, you had moved on. We realized she's like, man, so he's telling my business. I was like, no, this is just my understanding. So she said she was going to come by and drop off the kids, her son clothes, because his son was by us. So gonna drop off his son clothes. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, when she come, I'll talk to her. I promise you, I wasn't starting. When she come at the door, she knocked the door. I said, hi. I gave her a hug. And I said, how are you? And I let her in the house. And I said, come. And we sat her on the table so we could talk. He was sleeping. So when he woke up, he heard the talking. So he woke up. He was shocked. And I saw he went after her. And I jumped in and was like, no, my God, no, you cannot hit her. What's going on? She's like, yeah, me and you did whatever. And you're cheating. And then she started basically telling me that they haven't been together for years. For real, they weren't sleeping together or anything. But that happened. I said that's the only time it happened, and she said yes. So apparently what they were saying, what other family members were saying, is that after the relationship, he never been in another relationship before. So I think, and she could have called him for anything. And now she found out he was in a relationship. I think she got scared, like he's not gonna be able to do as she say anymore. I don't know what happened. Basically that. So I was nice to her. She left the bag. I said bye, and me and him up talking, arguing. The next day, she'd start texting my phone like, really, really, I hope your baby die. When I see you, I'm gonna kick your ass. He will never stop effing me. We have a bond.
This is the same person where you hug when she come at the door and have good
Yeah,
conversation the
yeah,
day before.
uh-huh. We not even did have no argument. Like me shock. I'm like, I'm not answering her. Me not answer her. I'm pregnant, and I have to deal with this with him now. I have to focus. I have to see if what am I gonna do with our relationship. I couldn't focus on her. All I said to her is like, listen, there's a bigger picture right here. I'm pregnant. Our kids are gonna be siblings, and the last thing we want is my son to say my mom didn't like your mom, so we're not gonna get along. So I was just thinking about the bigger picture this whole time. I never answer her. And she texted him, and then she said, hey, my car broke down somewhere. Can you come get me? And he showed me, and I looked at him, and he texted her back and said, no. And she said, he's like, you're a bitch. You're listening to your girl, da, da, da. Then she started arguing with me. It was a hard decision, but I decided that, I'm pregnant. Why not? Must stay. Um, so everything was all right after that. But no, but honestly, the first when it happened, like the first month, I felt so stupid everywhere. Everywhere and got me stood on the car front like me an idiot. But then I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't be following this man everywhere he goes. This is stupid. So anyway, we the baby came, and um everything was okay. It was bad. I was saying no, now that the baby's here, I have to get a job because he was getting like some workers stuff. So it wasn't enough, and I wanted us to move from that area.
So all right.
So
When she start to say your baby I got die and all them things there and him now got there and him a go, she a go continue whatever to him. Did you mention these things to him though? What was his response?
let me tell you something about him. He don't talk. He's like, oh, she don't listen to her. He basically said, don't listen to her. I know that he had shown me the text when she said, come over. That's like after I find out, and she's like, oh, your girl won't let you come. And he said, no, I'm not coming. And then I remember I said to him, I said, I remember I said to him, if she's drowning, I don't care what's going on at that house. I don't care. Your son is 12 or 11. You don't need to, until it come to the point where she would try again to call him like, can you do this? And he's like, no, because I'm like, no, no, I have to put my foot down because I guess me being nice and trusting you, you guys took advantage of it. And then honestly, I wanted to leave, but then at that point, my parents didn't even know I was pregnant because I was so scared. Because remember, they had took my son till things got better. I was so embarrassed to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, baby's here, and she find out obviously that the baby was gonna. No, wait, I have another. Before the baby born, there was an issue that happened at one of his family's house. I was there, and he was supposed to drop his son off, and he came and pick her up. I think it was late, and she basically saw his car and ran into it. Just um back her car up in his car, and somebody had came out. That was like not long before I had the baby. Somebody had came out and said, why you getting mad at him? And because he started talking to another girl, and she came out and hit the guy, and I guess the guy hit her back, and cops got involved and everything. It was bad. But then no, he cut off communication like that with her, from my understanding. And the boy start come back. She not bring no clothes again. We had to start buying clothes for him because she's not sending anything over. My son came and everything was okay. And then we started to get child support letters. So um he he went to court, and so I know that he was giving her money every week. I know that much, because even to the point where sometimes she will call him and say, "Can you pay the gas, or can you pay this?" and not give me the money. So I know that they were co-parenting great, but then she put him on child support, and he got it. They would, because he was getting money from the government. They wouldn't take the child support check out of it, the child support money out of it. I think they had ordered him to pay, I think, one something a week, and they were supposed to take it out of it, but they didn't. So he had to physically give her the money. Um, I put it in her account. So that's them. I'm focusing on my son and getting a job and whatever. So it happened that I got this great job, was paying really, really well. And you know, when we had moved out the area, I had said to him, because I'm making more money than you, I could handle like the rent or whatever, and if you want to handle like the electricity for now, like until you get back together, because he was fighting a settlement too. So I'm like, all right, you can until that come through, I'll take care of this, because I mean, when I was down and out, whatever, with my friend, he took care of everything. So might as it's my turn. So got a job. Um, he has his money. It was to the point there I even forget that he's not doing anything. Even though I was paying everything, I was still ending up paying like the bills and everything. Me being so focused on like getting my son back here, and then I have my other son. I lost myself so much I didn't even realize that he wasn't even doing anything. He was just doing whatever he needs to do with his money. And one day I said to him, "How come you're not helping?" He throwing on my face that he helped me for how long, whatever. So he's like, "All right, I guess I owe him," you know. Um, until I didn't realize, I would ask him, are you putting the money in the girl's account? Putting the money in the girl's account? No, no, he didn't. He said yes, but he wasn't. So not paying it any attention, kind of like working, making money, taking care of the home, taking care of my son. I got my son back here, and everything is we're moving on normal. One day now, I got a letter from the whole child support thing, and I opened the letter and I saw that he owed like 3,000 something, and I said to him, "Why haven't you been paying it?" And he didn't have much to say, bunch of excuse. Oh, I used to pay it, and then she's being, like, he's saying she's being petty, and I'm like, but you're gonna go to jail. When I was working, he was watching my son, so I couldn't afford for him to go to jail. So a couple of days before the court, we were driving, and he said to me, "You're gonna give me the money tomorrow." I was really upset, but I I didn't want him to go to jail. We gave him the entire money for the court, and he pay. All right, give him give him the money and pay. Okay, move on. Still wasn't paying the child support. Still not giving me any money to nothing. Still not giving me any money towards my son. Nothing. Um, some nights he'd bring friends over. They would hang out and drink. I wouldn't say anything to him. Just working and focusing on myself. Anyway, he had a settlement from the hurt at work. They took whatever he owed for child support out of it because he hadn't paid again, and they had took whatever he had owed out of it and give him the rest, the lawyer fee, whatever. Listen, he never gave me a dollar towards anything. Even though he had that settlement, he never even said, here is money to pay bills. Here, you buy me one bag for my birthday. That was it. It was like $1,400 bag. That's it. And I said to him, I was like, can we just pretend that we don't have that right now and see what we're going to do, how we're going to invest it? I was giving him ideas how to invest it. I even said, hey, we could buy a house now, not living rent. He never listened to me. He basically said to me, say, he would basically have parties at the house every night. Every night. I'd come home from work, people are there drinking, playing domino, until buying sneakers for everybody and stuff. Until he realized the money going down. So somebody told him about some old house, some fixer upper stuff in Panning. And I was like, why would you buy that? You don't have any money to fix it up because you go through the money. So why don't us try to get a house where we could actually live in, and because I'm not going to help you fix that when you're not helping with nothing. You're not helping with nothing in the house. So how am I going to help you to do this? He bought it. It's still down there right now. Nothing. Things continue on. Child support come up again. Mind you, he bought that house, so he has no money left. Child support come up again. I'm at work one day. He called me. He said, the hearing is on the third floor, and I guess when you're on the third floor, you're going to jail. That's where the judge go. Then they take you to jail. So I was like, I'm not paying it. I've paid it like 2 times prior. Like, why would I do that? So in family called me and told me say he got locked up. So I left work. I'm sitting here. I went home. I'm calling him. I cannot reach him. I left work and um trying to figure it out. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to pay this, but I cannot pay it till in the morning. I remember in the night my dad called me and said, "What's going on?" I told him that my son's dad was in prison, and he's like, "Yeah, jail." He's like, "Do you have the money?" I was like, "Yeah, but it's gonna be tight, and I'm gonna pay it." But he's asked me how much. It's like 2,000. He said, do you have it?" I was like, "Yeah, I have it, but it's gonna be tight because I have my rent, my bills, my son." At that point, he was going to daycare, and I was paying like $1,500 a month. It's gonna be tight. Dad said to me, don't, you cannot have your son dad in jail. Because I didn't tell my dad everything that was going on. It's like, okay, I'll send the money for him. And he sent it. And we got him out. When the day I got him out, the first thing he asked me is to buy him a bottle. I was like, a bottle for what? He said, because he just got. I was like, you're the first person I know who went in jail for a night and want a welcome home party. He never said thanks. He never said nothing. He just went with his friends and hung out and drank. Came back home. So life went on like that for a while. And I continue like taking care of my kids. No help from him. His money gone out, gone, done. He bought the place. And he can't fix it up because he doesn't have the money. And I'm not going to help you because you took so much from me. And every time I talked to him about it, he said, yeah, but I did this for you. I took care of you for a year without. So like throw it in my face. So I feel like I'm obligated to do everything for him. Hello?
I'm here. I'm
You there?
listening to you.
Yo, sorry. I was like, yeah, like I'm obligated to do everything for him. So I'm like, all right. So basically this went on for years. Because the child, he got older, but he was still staying with me for a long time. With us, everything went on for a year. Me still paying for my kid, paying all the bills, doing all that. And then when I was working from when the pandemic hit now, and we had to stay home. Like now I'm home, so now I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing him sleeping all day, getting up, not doing anything. Like when I was at work, I would just come home and take care of the kids and go to sleep.
How long were you
But
together
mm,
for throughout this time?
mhm.
I know you say the first child came in the picture pretty early. Um,
Mhm.
how long were you with him for?
For
When all of the issues started, as far as the whole child support thing and all of that.
um so probably months, because remember I had my son. I got pregnant with my son February. I had my son November. Right after my son was born, not even probably not even a year.
And how far apart your kids were? The two of them at the time? How far
Like
apart?
my son,
How far apart you had them?
my like what
The
my
first and the
no, I
second
had
one.
one son with him.
You said you got pregnant again, right?
Yeah, but the first one I had a miscarriage.
Ah, okay, okay. How far apart though?
How far apart after one
You,
miscarriage to the other?
huh.
Months. I
Okay,
had I had a miscarriage in maybe, hold on, November.
okay.
Mhm.
All right, hold the line. We're at the 30-minute mark. Take a little water
Mhm.
break while I pay the credit to the sponsors, and I'll come right back to you. Okay?
Mhm.
All right. And by the way, you're not sound as nervous as you thought you would have been. All right. So I want to say welcome to everybody who is here tonight once again. If you're new to the program, thank you so much for tuning in. Jump in the comment section. Let us know that you are new so that we can welcome you. I want to say big up to Dion. Dion says, unstoppable. Love the show. Big up yourself, Dion. We see Queen Fatima in the building tonight. Much love. Glad to see you here. And WNC is up in the place tonight. Blessings, my brother. Glad to see you here as well. All of the newbies, jump out. Jump in the comment section. Let us know that you are new so the regulars can give you a warm welcome. All right. I want to say big up to the people and we're sending a contribution to the program so far. That simply means that you're liking the show and you want to see the continuation. So I want to say big up to Beverly, who sent in a ZELLE contribution. Much love to you, Beverly. And Cheryl sent in a ZELLE contribution as well. Paula sent in a CASHAPP contribution. Much appreciated. And Tiffany sent in a PayPal contribution. If you're watching and you would like to contribute to the show, there are many methods. We have PayPal, ZELLE, and CASHAPP. The information is right to the bottom of the screen. You can see it right there. ZELLE is there. CASHAPP is there, and also in the description you can find the PayPal link. All right, and I want to say thank you to Lisa K for sending in a CASHAPP super chat contribution to the program. It's much appreciated. The sponsor for tonight's show is none other than Slam IP TV. Now, if you want great TV channels from anywhere in the world that you are, you can get this service from Slam. With Slam, you can get all of the latest movies, right? As soon as the movie drop, it depend the service. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, no, believe me, I use it and I have absolutely no issues with Slam IPTV. You can get all of the live TV channels, them where you love to watch. Slam IPTV provides it. And guess what? If you want a certain particular type of channel, you can tell them, say, listen me, I want this channel, that channel, that channel. If you're one of them who don't want a news channel, you can tell them, say, I don't want a news channel, give me other channels. Alright, the number is 647-858-4337. Their social media is slam underscore IPTV. Also, the next sponsor for tonight's program is none other than McLaren's Wellness. Now, if you've always been having some kind of pain, or if you feel one sudden pain just start hit you, you can reach out to McLaren's Wellness, because here what the things where you hear when people tell us, say, just go and take a pill. Nobody full up yourself a pill and drugs and this and that. Alright, nobody tell yourself, say, the pain I go stop. Just reach out to McLaren's Wellness and let them get to the root cause of the problem, so you can feel much better and address it the right proper way. 914-278-9394 is the number to call, or you can visit the website at mclarenswellness.com. Alright, now long enough break, people, we reach 100 likes on the program. We feel like we can get 100 more, don't? If you don't click that like button yet, click it right now. Let's get back to the guest. Alright, Carla, you don't take a sip of water?
Wine.
Oh Lord, she a sip on wine. Alright, let's continue.
What we did there?
You did I talk about the well, I had asked you about the whole how long on together thing and all of that, and let's just continue
Yeah.
from there.
So this actually went on for years, like back and forth. When I say back and forth, I mean see, cause no. So when my so okay, so he used to watch our son when I worked. So I felt like, man, I need this guy to not be in jail, you know. So I would, but then when I figured it out, I'm like, man, it would be cheaper for me to actually put him in school, even though they're charging me 1,500 a month for the school that he was going. But it at least I wouldn't be putting the money in the girl's hand, because I felt like I was taking out of my kid's mouth and giving her, and until at one point he had told me that when they had went to court, the first thing she said is her son tell her that I have a good job or I'm making money and whatever, and the judge was like, so you expect somebody to take care of your kid? So it went on for so long, because after he had gotten the place, the house, the money was done and he wasn't working, so he didn't have an income. So I used to always say, can you do this? At one point, and at one point, I not even want the money from us. I didn't even want him to help me anymore. I wanted him to help himself. At one point, he got to that point, like, don't give me anything. Don't give our baby anything. Just help you. Like, if you want gas, go buy it. If you want a meal, go buy it. If you want a tire, you buy it. Not me. At one point, I felt like I was the man in the relationship, because he'll have a flat tire and he'll call me. Oh, I have a flat tire. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? I can't change a tire. Or anything happened, I had to pay for it. Oh, this happened, I need this. Okay. Um, One thing that it so I for some reason I used to have this soft spot for him where I used to feel bad for him. If I go shopping for my kids, I'm getting him stuff. Like literally, when I met him, he used to wear jeans, shirts named shirts. He used to look like crap. And I start buying his stuff, putting them together, and literally, it's like he had become my son. And I want to put this out there to everybody. He is not Jamaican, because the Jamaican guys that I know that I've come across, not like that. And then another thing, a lot like I would confide in my sister, and she would say, I don't even understand how you get in this situation, because I was raised like my dad always took her home. That's how I was raised. I remember growing up, my dad used to always say, I don't know who is gonna even put up with you because you're spoiled, like, and it end up that I have to end up taking care of this person
Someone in the
because
comments
I felt
actually
like,
said the same thing just now. It says it sounds like your son. Someone said it even before you mentioned it.
right. They used to always joke that I have another son. And I think so we talked to that same friend that hooked us up. We had started talking again. I would say, she's like, listen, let me tell you, he got comfortable. He realized you're making a lot of money and he feels like he doesn't have to. And then she said, I know that I've known him for a long time. He never lied. He never lied working. I'm like, nobody wanted to tell me this before, you know? So anyway, this goes on for a while, years. We were together for years.
But when you moved in
And
with him, he you said you threw it in your face that he was taking care of you for a year. So he was working within that time frame, right?
he wasn't. He was. Remember, he had gotten hurt.
Oh, so him did I live
He
off
had
of the
gotten
money
hurt.
there?
Yeah. So he probably used to get maybe like $600 a week, and then he had a roommate. So, but the area that he was living, I didn't like it, and then I wanted to take my son back. And I was like, we have to. When I started working, I was like, we gotta get out of here. I cannot. So we moved into like a house,
Hmm.
which wasn't our house, but it was like. So it's like, okay, let's get into a good area, get everything together, and then we start on a house. Then I had all hopes because I was like, okay, I'm working good money. Then he's gonna get his settlement. We could invest it. We're gonna be good. So the plans that I had, like I had goals, you know. I was talking to people where we could start like a trucking company, do this, do that. But he buy me one bag, and every time he throw it on my face and buy me one bag.
Hmm.
and and um and then he start hung up by sneakers, whatever, and then he and then he had no choice but to try to do something. And I said, just let's buy something. We could pay the mortgage, whatever. And buy one old place that he couldn't even fix. Okay, a lot of people would say to me, why you stayed? Okay. The answer to that is why I had stayed for a while. My son, him and my son, the our son, really close. Never helped him financially, never do anything, but he loved his son, and my son loved him. My other son, even though he wasn't taking care of us, and when I had to work in the mornings, he would get up and take my other son to school. If I couldn't make it to my son, because my son does sports, if I couldn't make it to his event, he did that. He made it. So in some ways, I'm like, okay, should I like pick my battles? Because he's doing this, at least he's making my other son feel like, you know, it was weird. When the pandemic hit and I was home, I I think that was the breaking point where I'm like, I would go walk. I would just see him walking around. It just looked so like it was driving me crazy. Me just see this grown ass man. I walk around. I do nothing. I eat off my kids them food, and I just, you gotta go. I can't do this anymore. You have to go. I cannot do this. I think he had came home late one night drunk. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. And let me tell you what he did. He had bought a TV in our living room. And when I told him to go, he just said, okay, and took a pot and threw it in the TV and said, I bought that. So I was like, all right, that's the only thing you have in here. Too bad. And never, ever, he never came back. I never took him back. So he went to the house that he bought, like literally a shell. I guess he fixed up a room in there. And from then on, we co-parent till now. Co-parenting is
How is that working out? I'm curious.
okay. Okay, this is it now.
And by the way,
So
when you say from then on we co-parenting until now, from then on was when? What year? You say it was during the pandemic?
yeah, but we had it was after Christmas.
Hmm.
It was after Christmas 2020.
Okay, so after 2020, that was it.
Yeah,
And how many years the relationship lasted for?
from 2014.
You stayed there long, man. No, seriously, you stayed there long. Because based on the things that you're saying by your bag, You say him buy a TV. It sounds like
Yeah.
those were the only things him bring to the relationship. Cause you say him there.
Yeah, and like take my son to school and take him to his
So
matches
financially, he
and
wasn't there in the relationship financially.
right. But if I said to him, even our son, if I say, hey, can you, take my son to the
Yeah, he
dentist,
was
the
there.
other
He
one,
was
like he do that.
there
Right,
for his
right.
child,
I remember
emotionally and
when
stuff like that.
we ended. I remember when he ended it. He said, "Oh, so you're gonna put me on child support. I'm gonna file 50-50." And I said to him, I was like, listen, if you file 50-50, I'll be the first one in court holding up my hand, say, hey, give it to him because guess what? I didn't make him by myself. I'm not gonna take your responsibility away from you. I was like, how mad you think I am to take your responsibility away from you? I was like, I'm not going to go to child support. File for 50-50 so you have him 50% of the time so you could take care of him. Your little $100 a week that court would give me, if you have him half the time, you'd spend more than that. So if it's the case, let's go 50-50. We don't need child support then. Why would I do that? That's stupid. Take your half of the responsibility. I didn't have him alone.
Hmm.
You
Uh,
see what I'm saying?
all right, so guess what, Mano? We are at the last 10 minutes of the show. Now, I know you said you wanted some advice from the listeners on a particular part of your story. Now, viewers, listen. I want to prepare for Carlene right now and tell her what I think about the part where she going to say. All right? Wanna put on
All
the
right.
finger
So we
upon the
call.
dial
So,
button right now and ready for call. Me remind them the number again, 754-317-5747 WhatsApp. I want to prepare for Carlene right now when you hear what she said. Let's go. Talk to them.
all right. So we co-parent right now. Trying to do it to the best of my ability. So you would call what I call it is like a open door policy. So I try to make everything as normal for my child as much as possible. So if I'm doing like birthday dinners, he's invited. If I'm taking him to the park and my son said, "Can my dad come?" He's there. He'll call and say, "Can I come see?" Like he could come here at any time he wants and see him. No issues. Um, Sometimes he pops up. um when he wants to come see him. It's always it's just strictly co-parenting though, nothing out of the blue. But I'm trying to make everything normal as possible because I don't want money to come between him and his child. So he pops up a lot. Um, we do. If I'm taking the kids to dinner and my son said, "Hey, can he come?" I'll call him. Will you come? If I'm taking my son to a park, he'll ask. He'll come. So it's basically I feel like we need to build more boundaries
You're leaving
because
out
there
a
comes
very
a time when I'm gonna have to
you're leaving
there
out a very important part though.
which part?
The
That you would
part where
come
you
and
say
drop
sometime we
asleep?
be sleeping at your couch and all them things then. Oh, you're
Yeah,
leaving out that
he
part.
come like if because he's working now. And so he'll work overnight and then he'll come to see the child and maybe the baby's sleeping and he'll lay down with him. I'm trying to create boundaries because there comes a time when maybe I have to start dating and I don't want my child to be uncomfortable. But I'm trying to make it as respectable as possible and normal.
Now let me ask you a question, Carla. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question.
No.
Does this sound familiar? Well, you said no, you don't know what me I gotta ask you,
Me think,
but listen, does this sound familiar? We're going to the park with my son and I call him and I tell him to come and he'll come. If we're having a birthday party, I'll call him and I tell him to come to the birthday party. Does that sound familiar?
yeah.
It not sound familiar?
No.
It not sound like something my baby mother used to do?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
does
but the difference is I'm not doing it. I don't call him to fix no lights.
no, but what I'm saying
I
is
don't call,
it sounds like the very same thing. Because think about his no girlfriend. You know feel like she would have
I,
feel the same way when every minute baby mother call him and I say, come we are God me and my son are got the park, him want you come with me. Think about it.
no, so okay, so I don't call him. His son will. I would like ask him if he wants to. And
Mm-hmm.
he'll say maybe yes or whatever. So you know what I told him? I said if there's somebody in the picture, let we know so we can actually explain the dynamic to them
Mm-hmm.
because at this point we kind of do need some kind of boundaries.
All right.
So I told him if there's somebody in the picture, let's explain this dynamic to them and see if we can make some kind of adjustments for him because for me not no I'm not I'm not doing it now. Like there's nobody now for me to explain it to. So I said, for your situation, if there's anything, let me know so we can adjust it in some ways because I mean, I've come to realization, my parents, everybody tell me it's really just, it's not a normal thing. But as for now, it works, you know?
All right. No, all right, viewers, the phone line is open. Like I said, she want to hear what Una have to say about what she just said. The number again, 754-317-5747. Start calling right now. WhatsApp. But listen, let me ask you this now. I know you say it, you realize now, you come to the realization that that is not a normal thing for you just come inside of your house and all that, and you need to create some boundaries, right? Now, this is what I'm saying. Absolutely nothing is wrong with co-parenting. Absolutely nothing is wrong with you wanting him to be in your son's life. Absolutely nothing is wrong with that, right? But where the issue is if he is going to be a part of your son's life, there's no reason for him to come to the house and come inside. What's wrong with him taking the child and taking him to the park? Why does he have to come to the park with you and the child?
Okay, so for that, no. So basically, this is it, no. So like I said, I don't have to because there's nobody. Basically, they will say if I'm with somebody, if I have a relationship, then there's boundaries that have to be created. As from now, to me, it means nothing to me. It's just a son. It's just a dad hanging out with his son.
See,
Until
the thing is, listen to what you said, because you're not dating anybody, it's no big deal to you. But think about it. When the time comes for you to start dating somebody, that's going to be an issue, right? Because then you're going to be having to wonder if you're going to pop up and come inside, right? Wonder if
no,
you're
but
going to
then
come
me
and come in.
explain just like how I said to him, when you start seeing anybody, let's talk about it so we could adjust the situation.
Yeah, but then you know
to
what you're
fi-
going to be thinking about at that time? You're going to be saying,
Mhm.
boy, I don't want to cause a rift between him and my son. I don't want my son to be feeling like I'm stopping him from spending time with his daddy.
But I would never do that. I would never do that.
But
So
that's
we come to the realization and say, no matter what, he comes first. Again,
right.
like I say, whoever he's with, I'll always respect that person.
Yeah, but you need
Whoever.
to
Because,
start
like I said,
creating
it
those
takes a
boundaries
village.
from now. You need to start creating those boundaries from
Hmm.
now before you start dating someone. And I feel like that's the
Hmm.
reason you probably not start dating no one yet. Hold on, we have the first caller. Let's see what the caller has to say. Sean, my brother, what go on your life?
Oh, go ahead.
There
Good
you
evening, caller.
Huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Um,
Sean,
hey,
speak up a little bit.
couple
You're
of things.
sounding low.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man.
All right. Couple of things. If you don't live with me and paying bills in my house, ain't no popping up.
Yeah.
You need to call me and ask. You need to call me and ask me if you can come over. Ain't no popping up.
Right.
Okay. Um, the son will call him and stuff like that, but he needs to ask. It needs to be redirected to you. Say, hey, mom, and then you talk to him and say, well, yes or no. Ain't no sleeping over.
Mm.
Ain't no
Not
falling
sleeping
asleep. Ain't no
over. Just
falling
not
asleep in the
sleeping over.
couch.
No,
No, it's not
no.
sleeping over. It's take a nap.
No, none of that
Ain't no
neither.
naps.
None
No
of that
naps.
neither.
Ain't no nap. No nap at your house. Ain't no nap. You don't talk to you don't spend time with your son. Get your behind home. Ain't no naps because it's a situation now. Like as I will say, but once you start dating, it's going to be an issue because he's used to popping up. He's used to coming, and the son is there. So you have to nip it in the
Hmm.
bud from now.
Yeah.
So cut that from
Yeah.
Sean, the
once
people
you
them a tell
start
if you
dating.
talk louder, them say you sound low.
Okay, so you need to nip it in the bud because once you start dating, it's going to be a problem for the person.
Yeah.
So he needs to, if him son call him, fine. He needs to ask you, and based on your schedule, you say yes or no. Him come, ain't no
Yeah.
need for it. If him just left work, he needs to go home and go nap and come spend time with him son after and whatever. Not
And
Yeah.
not, e-
get the nap
and
now.
not even say come spend time with his son. Come pick up his son, not come spend time with his
I'm going
son.
by your business.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
pick up his son and go carry him out for ice cream or carry him back a female house if she allows that.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
that's how it should
But
be.
listen,
Not coming at my house, come chillax and
no,
relax and thing and
no.
no.
The relationship is between you and your son, not you, my house, and your son. It's you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
And no
Yeah.
man not go want just an him pop up or whatever. Ain't nobody that it's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be an issue.
Hmm.
And to
It's
say
gonna
you're
cause, and then
waiting To say you're waiting until you're dating someone else for it to become an issue for
No.
you, no. You need to nip that,
Cut it
like
now.
Sean say, from now. Don't wait until then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll give somebody else a
Yeah.
chance to call. Bless up.
All right,
caller,
Sean. Bless up, brother. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Caller, good night. You're live.
Hello.
Good night to you.
Good morning. I'm calling. Good morning. I'm calling from the UK.
Much love.
Good morning to me.
Good morning.
Yes. My name's Susie Wong. I'm the
I
one
don't
that
hear you.
I listen.
All right, Susie, they're saying you're low. Speak up a little bit more for me.
Okay, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So I've been listening to the show from the very beginning. And it seems like caller, you say that you need to set some boundaries, which I agree with. Him sleeping over and so forth.
I don't hear nothing.
Maybe you need.
I'm not sure
maybe
why
you
it
need
sounds
to
so
set
low.
the time. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you sound really low, Susie. Hold on a second for me. All right, speak again.
Okay, yes, okay. Good morning, everybody, and good morning, caller. Yes. So, as I
Hi.
said, I'm calling in from the UK. Yes, I understand. I heard your story from beginning to end. I would say, yes, you probably need to set some boundaries, maybe set them as soon as possible. Maybe father can come in on the weekends and so forth, or maybe one day in the week also. Also, caller, I wanted to ask, is he supporting you now financially, supporting his son?
No.
Oh dear. So, I mean, maybe now
No.
he's working. Maybe that's something
No.
you
So
can speak to him about.
no. So basically, like, if he like favors, like, take him to the doctor. Can you do that? Can you? Maybe he'll take him to buy toys. But I mean, if that makes my son feel good, as long as my son feels good, like he's there, then it doesn't matter to me. But as long as he makes my son feel like he's wanted or he has a dad, they're actually really, really close.
Mm, that's good,
Like,
but
there's
still, I
nobody
mean,
to him like him. Like, he literally think he put every star in the sky, and I don't want to disrupt that. So even though he'll take him to buy a Spider-Man, if it makes him feel like, oh, he told me the other day his daddy's a millionaire. I was like, okay.
yeah, but still, he's a grown man. He needs to take some
Mhm.
financial responsibility for his son. But yeah, I
Yeah.
would say, yeah, maybe just set the boundaries, as soon as you can, so at least then son knows when he's coming, and there's
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
routine that suits both of you. So maybe you need to have a discussion with him.
So Carla,
Mhm.
do you think that she should allow him to come inside and relax in the couch and stuff like that while spending time? Do you think there's an issue
No,
there?
I don't think. No, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Because I mean, if it continues, as she says, if she has a relationship, if she starts having a relationship, it'll be difficult
Mhm.
then to be able to set something in place. So I would say to have a conversation with him, and you set a routine that you can both agree
Mhm.
on.
Okay.
Yes? Okay, caller.
Yeah.
Right. I hope everything works out for you and unstoppable. Yes. Good night to you.
Much love. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
Okay. Right. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.
Alrighty. Now, let me ask you
Mhm.
this one now. All right.
Mhm.
All right. The phone line is open again, viewers. 754-317-5747. WhatsApp only. Please don't call straight. Now, let me ask you this other question. No, I know you say it's strictly co-parenting. No,
Mhm.
nothing between
Mm-mm.
you and him.
Oh
Whenever
gosh, no.
whenever he comes over, right, to spend time with
Mhm.
his son, he
Mhm.
tries nothing at all. He not try to make a move. He not try to fix things. He not try to do nothing like that.
Of course, I'm a catch that got away. But I, no, he'll probably like get something to eat. Maybe if I cook, he'll probably eat, or
All of that too? What?
yeah.
Well, all of that are go on? Wait the man. In bed too?
No, oh God, no.
I mean, me have to ask if
Maybe,
you think. We say maybe. Hold
maybe
on.
if I have,
What? Wait. What you say?
No, no, we say maybe if I have something cook, or he'll take a plate and get something to eat, and that's it. Or and then chill and just play with him and hang out with the baby, and then he's out. Or maybe if I have drink, you take a drink from the fridge or something, like just little stuff.
All right, we have another caller on the line. Let's see what this caller has to say. Caller, good night.
Good night, unstoppable. Good night, caller.
Blessings, family.
Aye.
Yeah, man. So, I want come sit down on the car and me and listen to your talk, my friend, and it's like a thought came to my mind, and Unstoppable actually asked you, if if he's trying to like, rekindle things and get back into your life. And my question to you is, and please don't feel like I'm trying to offend, like, but do you still have feelings to him? Like, do you like, because I get it that you're trying to, give your son some sense of comfort, stability,
Yeah.
but what you're doing is like, it's encouraging him, basically.
Yeah.
Because you having him there sitting on your couch and doing all that, maybe in his,
Hello.
Your connection bad, my brother. Your connection bad. You go in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
Maybe it's
feelings.
because of where
No,
I'm at.
no
But
romantic.
yeah, like,
No romantic. No
yeah,
romantic feelings at all. Zero.
okay.
Hmm?
All right. Your connection really bad, my brother. I hardly hear you. You break up.
He knows. Hold on. I'm sorry. Can you hear me a little better now?
Much better, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So I'm saying that you have to start setting these boundaries from now, so that when you start dating, or if you like you're starting another relationship, he can know
Right.
from now that, these are the boundaries, these are, what I should expect, because you don't want to give him any idea that, things can be rekindled, if that's not what you want. You understand what I'm saying?
No. No, not at all.
I'm saying that you cannot.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying that you cannot let him feel like you want him back, basically. If that's not what you, if you feel like you still like want a relationship or whatever, that's fine. But if you don't want a relationship with him, you have to start setting certain boundaries. You get it?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's basically what I have to say.
All right, my brother.
Unstoppable.
Yes.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, bossy.
I don't know if you remember me, but and me are the brother where they call in when I time them with listen, I send you a voice note, so listen it later.
All right,
Thank
family.
you somebody else actually.
Yeah, man. Bless
Yeah,
up.
man, cool.
Bless up.
Yeah.
All right, so the viewers, me know why your audio gone down low. Say something for me. Let me hear you.
Who, mine?
All right, me I hear you now. Good. You
My
kinda-
audio?
Yeah, it went down low. But all right. So all of the viewers, right? All right. So Nikki says to ask you, why is it that you don't let your son go with him to his house instead of him coming there?
He does. He does. We do different ways. He does.
So you have
So he
no
does
problem.
that
So you have no
sometimes.
problem with him taking the child then.
No, no, that's exactly like what I said before. Like, it's no boundaries. You take him, you come see him. I go drop him off. Just there's no like.
You're actually right on that part the way you say a while ago. There's no boundaries. We have a next call. We have a next call. Let's see what the caller have to say. Caller, good night. You're live. Caller, you're live. Yes.
Good evening. Good evening, Paula. Good evening, Unstoppable. I'm
Hi.
sitting here listening to you, Carla, and the only thing that I keep telling myself is I understand about the child because we always want what's best for our kids, but take it
Yeah.
from someone who was there 26 years ago. My son's 26 now. You don't have to do all of that. You have to love yourself first. Too many times we give these men a pass
Just the
Right.
mere fact that you left it, you let him off the hook from
Mhm.
being financially responsible for his son. And he's just
Mhm.
absolutely using you. He's using you.
Mhm.
And the thing about it is, you didn't learn from the first mother. This guy is so
Mhm.
accustomed to getting his way with women and
Mhm.
just getting these passes in life. And you're not doing any favors to your son because your son is
Mhm.
seeing this and he has no idea. He's confused. Is mom and dad still together? Just like everyone
Mhm.
else says about the boundaries. And I
Mhm.
understand because, like I said, I can see so many things in me, the younger me, what you're doing.
Mhm.
We're the ones that
Mhm.
we go to school, we get a good education, and we keep picking up these
Mhm.
bums for some reason,
Exactly. You are
and
right.
all I'm encouraging you to do is to not be used. He's using you.
Right.
His house is probably a ramshack mess, and
You're
he's
right.
coming to sleep on your nice, clean, fresh couch. It's probably the best sleep he's gotten in the last years. Don't let him. Don't let
Okay.
that bum do it. Like the previous gentleman caller said, I wanted these guys to call and give their opinion because I'm always interested in hearing a man's opinion
Me
on what
too. Me
another
too.
man's not doing. Yeah, but you know what though? Get strong. When I learned to love myself, because I knew that was the problem. We keep allowing people to do things to us because we didn't love ourselves enough. And when I did, I dare somebody to try it
Mhm.
now. Because when I got tough and
Mhm.
realized I'm taking care of my son myself. If I need a strong male figure, he got uncles, he got cousins, all
Mhm.
these male
True that.
figure. Yes, he can have a relationship with his father, but his father, you
Mhm.
need to put in his head that he has to have some pride and he needs to be a man and show his son how to be a man, not a friend,
Right.
not somebody he could
Mhm.
play with and buy Spider-Man toys.
Better
He needs to be
toys. Right.
teaching him how to get a good education
Mhm.
and be a man, not
Mhm.
be a bum bouncing from woman to woman to woman. I'm so
Right.
tired of seeing us do it. But Carla,
You know
pray.
what though? You know what? It's not even honestly, I get what you're saying, but it's not even about him. It's about my son feeling the happiness that he feels when he sees him, the excitement, the look on his face. Like I see that look on his face. Like I
Yeah.
see the look on his face when he
How old
sees
is your
him.
son?
He's
How
6.
how old is your son? He's
He's
6 years
6.
old. He's gonna understand the
Hmm.
dynamics soon.
And
And
then
he
I
has to
feel like they're
know
so
that
cl-
a lot.
I remember when I
Go ahead,
had
hon.
him. I remember when I had him. When the doctor took him out of me, he took the baby from the doctor and put the baby on his chest. And I don't know if that created a really strong bond with them, but they have a unbelievably strong bond
It
that
could
I
be, but
just
the thing
don't.
about it is, he
Hmm.
has to grow up because in a little bit, if your son is half as smart as you are, he's gonna realize
Hmm.
something's wrong. This is my dad, and dad is
Yeah,
gonna. I mean, what's gonna happen when he's become a teenager and daddy's just a bum living in a ramshack house? Because he's gonna still be in that house when this kid is a teenager. I know we want these male figures and our
yeah.
sons' fathers in
Well,
their
I tell
lives because your
myself,
father's in your life.
yeah,
Hmm.
of course, big time. But I'm a
But you
daddy's
have
girl.
to look out for your son. He's not a good example for him. Your son doesn't need a friend. If that's the case, you have your other son, his brother, to be a
Hmm.
friend.
Yeah,
But
he's
dad, you have
older.
to get
Yeah.
tougher on dad. You have to get tougher
Hmm.
on him. And don't be giving up nothing to him because I'm
Oh
not
gosh,
convinced that you
no.
don't have nothing going on with him. Do you?
Ew, no.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
No.
That's yucky.
Well, I wish you the best. I'm not chastising you. I'm wishing you the best. And all I'm saying is don't be taken advantage of. You've given him enough
Thank
passes.
you. Thank you.
All right, Carla.
All
Much
right.
love. Thank
Have a
you.
good evening. Thank you, Unstoppable.
Much love.
Thank you.
All right. So you've heard from the listeners. You heard what they had to say. You said you wanted to hear their feedback, and you got it right.
Yeah.
But I'm quite sure nothing that was said here you didn't already know, right?
Yeah, I
You
know. I
already
know.
knew
Again,
these things, but I
like
think.
I said,
Mm-hmm,
it's the look on his face when he sees him. Just
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah. It's okay.
All right. So Listen, I want
Thank
to thank you for
you.
sharing tonight, and I do hope that
Yeah.
after listening to everything that the callers had to say, I hope that you make
Uh-huh.
the decision to say, you know what, I'm going to start setting these boundaries tonight, right?
Yes,
So
you're right. You're right.
whenever son says, "Mommy, can daddy come over?" You have no problem with daddy coming to pick him up, but the
Mm-hmm.
walking in at the house and relaxing and going in the fridge go get a cool drink. Or if him come and he want a cool drink, make him stay outside and ask you, can you bring me a glass of water? Or do you have anything to drink? Yeah,
Or
of
can you give
course.
me some money so I could buy some?
Well, I mean, you not even have to go that far, but I'm just saying, you know, you not have to walk come up me your fridge. You can bring the glass of water to him at the door
Yeah.
or to the car, and you send your son on his merry
Mm-hmm.
way and then drop off back the pitney. But you see, you need to set those boundaries from now so that
Mm-hmm.
when you do decide that you're gonna get one little man in your life, you know what, if you create no
Mm-hmm.
issues between you and your new man. Now, I said something
See that,
earlier.
see that.
I said something earlier, and I want you to acknowledge it and respond to it for me. When I said that
Mm-hmm.
that's probably the reason why you're not dating or hasn't been dating, is it?
Mm-hmm. Um,
Is it a
yeah.
contributing factor to why you're not dating?
Um, kind of. I have, you know what? I have this thing where I'll talk, like, meet somebody and maybe talk to them on the phone, and as soon as they say, "Oh, let's go out," I like cut them off. But then I still have this fear of bringing somebody in my kid's life. It's always just been me and them.
Mm-hmm.
When he went out the picture, so it's always this fear of I don't want anybody in our space right now. We're comfortable. I feel like the world is so crazy out there right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to risk it. I don't even want to say if I did know I wouldn't do this or if I do that. So for now I'm just protecting my peace and their peace, and for now I'm just scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't wanna. I don't. I just. It's so the world is so weird and crazy. I'm just like, let me just focus on them right now,
Yeah,
and
but
hopefully
but at the end of the day, how old are you, if I may ask that?
38.
And you feel like because you have kids that you need to protect, that's a reason why you should not think about your happiness and what you want to do?
I feel like it will come when it's the time. For now, I just want to.
How long? How
I
long?
just don't want anybody
How
in
long
our
have you stopped
space.
dating?
Since us,
From remind me again.
from after Christmas, probably like December 26, 27, 2020.
And you haven't dated since then because you feel like you need to protect your
I have
kids.
spoke. I talk to people on the phone, but as soon as they say, let's do this," I'm like, "Oh, bye."
Mm.
It's just I know I have to. I drawn myself in like work and focusing on them. My other son is like what 18, and I just feel like I don't want to. I don't know.
You say your son is 18. One of your son is 18.
Yeah,
How does he feel about you
the
dating?
big one.
How does he feel about you dating?
He's happy I'm not. He doesn't. He even said the other day when one of my girlfriends wanted us to go and have a drink. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have a drink." He's like, "Are you having a midlife crisis? You don't have friends. Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to have a drink." So I just my life is just like so all about them
Mm. And
that
and
I don't think I'm ready. I
but
don't want
but
to. I'm not ready to.
how long are you gonna
Huh?
do that for? Make your life all about them.
Um, I don't know. Well, let's say nobody comes by that tickles my fancy as yet. There's
Mm.
nobody that I wanna like say, "Oh yeah, let me." I haven't met anybody that I think is worth it
You
just
do
yet.
you do know that kids grow up and move on with their own lives, right?
Yeah.
I just want to point that out so you understand that they do move on. They go get their wives and they move on and live their
Yeah, but for
lives.
now, just for now, then for now they're younger, and I'm trying. Like, let's say I try to date somebody, and I get comfortable, and things don't work out, right? And
Mm.
then I have to date somebody else. Then I don't want my kids to see all these different people around me, and I just want to make the right choice that when I pick somebody, that's the person. Or when I meet somebody, I pray that one day I meet that person. That's it. So my kids don't have to be meeting anybody, and
Well, I
I
mean,
don't have
of
people
course
around my
not.
kids.
Of course not. That's not what
You
I'm
know.
saying. But it shouldn't stop you from living your life. It shouldn't stop you from
Yeah.
going out with someone, enjoying your
Mhm.
life while you're still in your prime. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that
Mhm.
should be a reason why you shouldn't live for you. I mean, you're living for your kids, that's
Yeah.
fine, but that shouldn't stop you from being happy as well. You know, that
Well,
shouldn't
put it
stop you
like this.
from
Oh,
having your
all right.
little fun when you want to
Put it
have your
like
little
this.
fun.
All right. Put it like this. No, for now, I'm happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I don't. I feel like I'm fulfilled right now with just me and them right now and our little. I just that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if 2 years down the line I'm gonna feel different. I don't know if 6 months down the line I'm gonna feel different. But right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fulfilled
A lot of the viewers
with
in the
what I
comment
have.
section asking if baby daddy should buckle down and show you something different if you would let him back in because they feel like you would.
You know what? Yes. You know why? Um, if he'd have to, oh my God, he'd probably have to do a lot of work. A lot. At this point, it's nothing there. There's nothing romantically there. Nothing. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Nothing. I don't see. You know what? I don't think about it because I don't see it happening. Because from what I've heard, he's been like this his entire life. I still don't see any kind of change. I still don't see any adjustments. I don't see anything. There's nothing. So I'm not. I would never hold my hopes out for that. I know that's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? At the end of the day, and one of the reasons why a lot of people might question and say, why you do this, and I understand the boundaries part. I have my other son, right? So like I said, what he used to, cause my other son dad definitely like not in his life, like zero, zip, nothing, no talk to since my son was like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came in his life, he never treated my son anyway. He was always there for my son when it comes to taking him to sports activities, taking him to school. Can you take me here? Can you do this? Can you teach me how to drive? Can you do this? He did all of that. And when my son was graduating, he was there. He never, he always shows up for him
Mm-hmm.
physically, right? So I always had respected that. So that's why it's like some form of like, wow, thank you. I know we have to create boundaries, but thanks for doing this, for letting him feel like you're there. Hey, I can't, I'll call, hey, I cannot make it to my son's game. Can you go? Yeah, he's there, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So it's like a kind of like a thank you, or I want it to be amicable as possible, co-parent, cool, friends, no issue, no beef, no child support, no courts, no nothing. And if somebody come in the picture, we try to. I remember, you know what? Think about that. I remember not long ago I had some guy was calling me here and there, and I remember he had called me and I had said I had told him he was gonna come over and bring my son food, and he's like, if we were together, that couldn't happen. And that's when I ended it. I'm like, no, you're not gonna ever make my child uncomfortable in life. So
Mm-hmm.
if you cannot, it's like I just in my head, it's not him, it's my child. I do not ever want him in life to be uncomfortable, or like my dad have to park down the streets, or I feel like men get possessive a lot of times, and I just don't want to risk that. You know, so I just like, you know what? It's not really him, it's more the child. And it might be hard to understand for some people, but it works for me. For now, it's not hurting anything in my life or affecting anything in my life or his life.
Mm-hmm.
So until then I guess we cross that bridge when we reach that bridge.
All
That's
right.
that's how I live. Hmm.
Alrighty. Well, you got the advice from
Yeah,
the
thank you
listeners,
guys.
right? And I do hope
Oh.
that you make a decision moving forward. And not only Just do it for yourself, because like I said, those
Yeah.
boundaries are very important, right? And
Mhm.
absolutely, he needs to be in your son's life, but let's just hope that
Mhm.
he's teaching him the right things by being in his life,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
children live what they see. That's the thing.
True that.
You
True.
understand, and
Mhm.
and you need to make sure that your son is learning the right things, right? And if you're
Okay.
showing him something, then quite there's a possibility he might take notes. You understand?
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
So
All
think
right.
about what you need to do and do the right thing moving forward. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys.
Much
Good
love. Thank you
night.
for sharing.
Thank you
Good
for
night.
listening. Thanks for the advice.
Good.
Bye.
Good night. All
All
right,
right. Bye bye.
Unstoppable family, there we have it, the end of this one tonight. And I want to say thanks to everybody who called in tonight and gave the caller a little bit of advice. All right. All right. Hold on a second for me there, peeps. Hold on there. All right, so I want to thank everybody who called in tonight, gave a bit of advice to the guest tonight, and also I want to say thanks to everybody who checked in, shared out the stream, clicked the like button, and participated in whichever way that you did. All right. Block Indian, what you mean? What's my 2 cents? I was giving my 2 cents straight throughout the entire conversation. What you mean? But so the thing about it is, boundaries should be in a relationship, a co-parenting relationship. There should be boundaries, right? And like I said, most definitely, he needs to be in the child's life, but him no need for step up in the house and lay down in a chair and relax and go open fridge door and all of them thing there. You know, it's going to cause an issue. All right, it's going to cause an issue at some point whenever she decides to move on. You understand? Whenever she decides to. All right then. I decided I was going to let it slide, but that one here is enough. All right, hold on, the people. All right, problem solved. Yeah, so we reached the end of this one now. Like I said, family, this is the end of this one. But if you are out there, the program welcomes you. It doesn't matter who you are. You know, if you be Jamaican, it's not a Jamaican only platform. If you have an experience you would like to share, the platform welcomes you, all right, to share your experience, and that is what we do here. We listen to you whenever you want to get things off of your chest. If there's someone that needs a bit of advice or opinion, right, this is the platform where you get it, all right. And people, we try, not gonna say we'll try, we are never judgmental. We not judge nobody. We not go laugh off of you. We not go criticize you. We not go put you down. That's not what we do here. We give you our opinions, and our honest opinions is what we give. All right. So if you have an experience you would like to share, no matter how long ago it happened, all you have to do is send a WhatsApp message to 754-317-5747. That's the number to send a WhatsApp message to, and all your message have to say is unstoppable. I have a story I would like to share. And once you send that message, you'll get a call back, and we will schedule you based on what your story is. All right. And it no matter what kind of story, like I said, because everyone now we have a story to tell. You understand what I say? And your story may be one that helps someone else. So you're probably there. I say, "Chop, me not go tell my story because it no relevant," but it actually is, right? Because someone may be going through the situation that you went through, and your story may help them from going down that same path. All right. So once again, 754-317-5747 is the WhatsApp number. Just send a message and say, "Unstoppable, I have a story I would like to share." All right. Gary Logan, big up yourself, my boss. Thank you so much for sending in a CASHAPP. Why me keep on I say CASHAPP? That super chat contribution, my brother. It's much appreciated. All right. Yes, she is definitely a nice lady, Sophie. She and I communicate, and she is definitely a nice lady. And I think she would be a nice catch to one of the single man them for the Unstoppable show. A joke. Me nah set up nobody. A joke. All right. So, family, I want to remind you again, if you have not signed up and gotten your badge as yet to be a supporter of the program, please consider signing up right now, all right, so that you can get your badge beside your name. Like, oh, yes, it's Tush Pumpkin, a Rocker, Loyalty Star badge, all right, Fly Girl. Oh, me forget say you have your badge over there on Facebook. Me just like I say, Fly Girl, where your badge gone, but remember say a Facebook it there, all right. So if you haven't signed up to get your badge as yet, please consider signing up, all right, and Nikki, oh God, Nikki, you kill me, you know. I swear. You kill me. Mood man, blessings, my brother. Thank you for that super chat contribution. It is much appreciated. All right. So once you sign up and get your badge, you will be able to rock your badge, and the color on your name will change and all of that. All right. So all of the badges right now, it's time to start marching out so that we give you the shout out. All right. Mood man is rocking his badge, of course. We got Sherm's Unstoppable rocking a Loyalty Star badge. Mina Unstoppable is rocking an Extreme VIP. All right. Then we got Zenobia rocking a Loyalty Star. Jen is rocking a Super VIP. Iredata rolling out rocking an Extreme VIP badge as well. Alright, then we got none other than the Stush Pumpkin rolling out rocking a Loyalty Star. We got Joy Blackwood, aka Mama Joy. Watch Mama Joy a laugh right now. She love him. I call her Mama Joy, you know. Anytime she hear Mama Joy, she just put on a smile on her face. So everybody big up Mama Joy for me now, man. Show Mama Joy some love in her night, you know. Sure, cause you don't know Mama Joy a loyalist, you know. So big up to Mama Joy. Lurleen is rolling out rocking her golden VIP badge as well. Rosemary says, Unstoppable, why my badge vanished? Please tell me what's going on. I noticed long time. I don't know, you know, Rosemary, me have to go talk for you figure out how I go on with your badge. But yeah, we're sure we can adjust that. Alright, Sylvia is rolling out rocking her badge as well. We got none other than, I think Mrs. Zenobia already. Yes, Cindy B is rocking a golden VIP. Much love to you, Cindy. Alright, a whole heap of badges we have, you know. If me ever tell you the amount of badges we have, but more around still can sign up, though. Yeah, man, sign up and get on a badge, though. Yeah, man, like how Sherm's a rocker badge and all of them people. It's Lady B Unstoppable rolling out there. Much love, Lady B. And we have to big up the number one loyalist supporter. Let me say who know who are the most loyalist supporter upon the Unstoppable Live show. If you don't know who, tell me. If you don't know who is the most loyalist supporter upon the Unstoppable Live show, you tell me. Let me know. And nobody no say me. Because we know somebody ready for type and say me. But somebody tell me who. Make we bigger up. Because with everybody who they know who is the most loyalist supporter. Me now say, I only one loyal, you know. But there is one loyal supporter where no matter which night of the week we live, she there. So we are going to bigger up right now. See it there? See it there? Everybody know who. I'm going to tell you no how no know who. All the newbie them know who. Because it no matter who jump in at the comment section, Teresa say good night. Teresa say good night to every single person. Once she see them name, Teresa jump out and she say good night and she address you by name. She not just say good night everybody. Teresa jump in and she say good night and she address you by name. And we are talking about every single show night. We can't want no more loyal than that. Think about it. We can't. No, Merville, don't get me wrong. You are loyalist to Merville. Merville, they are, whether Facebook or YouTube, Merville, they are, you know. But Merville says, Dr. Mia is loyal, yes. But Dr. Mia not as loyal as Teresa. Believe me. We love Dr. Mia. We love Mama Jai. We love every loyalist. Sylvia there every night. One if Sylvia now go there, Sylvia send me a message and say, Unstoppable, you know, so me I go to church tonight, but me I go try sneak and come on when me can. So we consider that loyalist too. Right? But me now go tell no lie. I don't feel like anybody can compare to Teresa. And nobody else can disagree with me. Me no know. In all the years the Unstoppable Live has been streaming, I think Teresa must say miss the show probably like 2 nights. And that's whenever she traveling. And she reached out and she said, Unstoppable, you know I'm traveling tonight, so I probably won't be on. I think I must say like 2 nights out of all the years the Unstoppable show has been streaming. Teresa miss. So I want to big up Teresa for me right now. No, please, family, make we show Teresa Myers some love, no man. Make we show her some love, no. And I'm going to tell you no something too. Teresa not only loyal to me, and not only my show alone, Teresa loyal to every single person with up on the show here right now that has a channel can attest to this. That Teresa Myers, as long as she subscribe to you, them see her as support them channel. That's the kind of person Teresa Myers is. As long as she subscribe to your channel, them see her. Lady B there, Lady B have her channel, Lady B can tell you no. As long as Teresa's subscribe to you, she not just subscribe, she not just click the button and gone. She dip on your channel and show you some support. You understand? Believe me, as she stay. So we have to show love to loyalists like that. I'm going to tell you no people. There are a lot of people that come and a lot of people gone. A lot of people come and say, we love Unstoppable show. A few months later, you don't see their name again. But Teresa has been here from day one and she's still there years later. So we have to acknowledge and big up a supporter like that. You know? Have to acknowledge and big up a supporter like that. So much love to you, Teresa Myers. Always appreciate you 100%. Alright? And thanks to everybody who big up Teresa as well tonight. Because she deserve it. You know? She deserve it. Teresa Myers now have nothing against nobody. Anybody will jump on the chat, she say good night and she big you up. Everybody. Whether you're new or old, she big you up one by one. She just type in your name and say good night. As soon as you comment, she say good night. She only want to see your name. That's how she stay. Alright, so Lady B a call ya. Lady B a call for confirm what me I say. What you say, Lady B?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have to call in for second and third and fourth. Teresa Myers, me love you, love you, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Me love you, love you, love you, Teresa. Big up yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Me say, they gonna go through the whole light, you know, but any time of the day or night when me look, and me and Teresa, big up the rest of them too, you know, but
no, of course, we have to big up everybody, you know, because like I said,
yes,
the a whole heap of loyal people we have, we jump on at night time. But me personally, and I'm not saying this for anybody feel like you not appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying nobody compares to Teresa Myers' support. Nobody compares
every
because
video me have.
Listen.
If a 20 view, a million view, 60 view, Teresa they comment on that. It make you look and me have to say any name me see and that David will say happy Teresa. So me love everybody. Teresa, me love you. Big up yourself, girl. Unstoppable, me love you too. But Teresa,
listen,
me love you, girl.
Me not even support you like how Teresa support you, because me can admit it. And every time you drop a video, me comment. So Teresa always there. So me can say that.
May I tell you, Teresa, man, love you, girl. Love everybody, but Teresa, trust me, nobody compared to you. All right?
All right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right. So big up to Mama Joy too, cause Mama Joy a loyalist. Mama Joy there every night. And I say Merville and Fly Girl them too, cause them whether me up on Facebook or not, them jump over here. If you see me now stream to Facebook, them come over YouTube. If you see me up on Facebook, them they are Facebook, you know, cause I really Facebook Merville and Fly Girl like for there. But when you see me now there over Facebook, then find them way over YouTube. So big up to them, of course. Alright. But definitely, most definitely, me have to say much love to Teresa. We give Teresa our segment a while ago because she deserve it. Alright, family. So here we go on now. We have another show coming up Friday. If you're new here, the show is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights, 9 p.m. sharp. Alright, so if you're new here, make sure you set your alarm for Friday night so you can tune in, alright, and make sure you don't miss it. Alright, family. And like I said, if you have a story you want to share, just send a message to the number on the screen, 754-317-5747. Alright, that's always appreciated once you support the program in whichever way you do. Family, I'll see you all Friday night for the next show, and be blessed until then. Alright, no matter what. But I make nobody stop you or get your inner your feelings. Alright? Remember, you're unstoppable.
Feel the music, 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 move your waistline, move your shoulders, feel the music, move your waistline, move your shoulders,
This music got me feeling like them way up high, sipping martinis and blue slushes with umbrellas up high. I like dancing, you like dancing? Put my feet up